Back today, the two queens of the ocean pass one another in our beautiful harbour here. The Queen Mary 2 just docked at Garden Island. And what kind of luxuries do you have on board? You know, what kind of life do you lead? If you think that you're on a world tour, in which they do to the Caribbean, right around through South America and down through the Asia Pacific regions, if you thought you were uncontactable by your family, no. Every room has Wi-Fi and there's of course the phone coverage on board. So no matter where you are in the world, you can contact with your friends and family and kids, etc. 327 bottles of champagne are drunk every single day on the Queen Elizabeth. That's 1,000 bottles of wine as well. Over a year, 54 tonne of eggs produced for them to eat. So that's a lot of eggs. And it is one extraordinary thing. You know, over a 40-year lifespan, both of these ships, in fact, will travel the equivalent of 12 times to the moon and back. So in 40 years, that's the expected lifespan of these things. That's how much Ks that they will do travelling around the world. Now, from the aerial shots, you may have seen a little earlier, we had someone send in an email that was passed on from Nat that was suggesting, you know, what's the brown water around the ship as it was coming in? You know, they were hoping that that wasn't the waste from all of the loos being emptied in the harbour. No, that is not the case. It was actually simply the mass of this thing. It was the propeller sort of hitting the bottom of the harbour, so it was starting to dig up some of the mud. So you might have seen that in the aerial shots, but that's just the simple weight and size of the ship.
And thought they were emptying out the toilet in the middle of Sydney Harbour.
No, you wouldn't have thought that's a very responsible thing to do. Obviously, it has to happen at some stage, but no doubt it's done by some massive pipe on shore in a very sanitised fashion.
Do they have a kids' club?
Yep, they've got a kids' club.
You take your kids on board, I believe from home.
Yeah, they've got kennels, they've got a nursery on that one, and kennels, and you're only texting me now, aren't you? Chihuahua. They got 300 thread Egyptian cotton sheets, 60 watt light bulbs, and each person goes to the toilet average 3 times a day. So it pretty much got it covered. When this thing turns around though, that is the one. The way it just, like, its Dutch rudder, it was just vigorously just moving constantly just to get this thing to spin on its axis. It was amazing just how they can turn such a mass that they had this morning. Let's have a look at the forecast.